Hello, welcome to this video. This is a timeless tarot reading for the North Node in Taurus sign in astrology. So you should only watch one of these because you only have one North Node. Your astrological North Node is your destiny in astrology. It's where you're headed or where you're supposed to be headed in this lifetime. And so for that reason, I am very fascinated by this placement. In fact, it's my favorite astrological placement. So in order to, if you don't know what your North Node is, I've put a link below to a calculator that will help you find that. You have to know your time of birth in order to be able to get to your North Node. If you don't know your time of birth, you can, if you're in the United States, you can contact Vital Records for an updated birth certificate. You can contact the hospital where you were born if you know what that is, or you can alternatively ask a family member if they remember what time or if they have it written down somewhere. Now, I was first brought this, North Nodes were first brought to my attention when I was 26. I went to Portland, Oregon, and I had an astrology reading done, and the astrologer said, Zane, you have to go downstairs and you have to buy Astrology for the Soul by Jan Spiller. And I can say that this book has completely changed my life in some ways to you know, the degree that it can, but it really helped me view sort of my destiny and my path in a different way. And so if you're interested in this at all, I put a link to this in the description below. If this North Node stuff seems interesting at all, definitely consider buying this book. But I thought I would also sort of read this first section here for North Node in Taurus, which is attributes to deliver. Work in these areas can help uncover hidden gifts and talents. So loyalty, awareness of boundaries, taking things one step at a time, a sense of self-worth, awareness of personal values, patience, honoring expressed needs of self and others, enjoying the 5 physical senses, gratitude, awareness of nurturing for Mother Earth, forgiveness, and persistence. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. In fact, there's about 40 to 50 pages on each one of the North Nodes in this book, so it's incredibly good information. But if you work on these areas, you'll uncover hidden gifts and skills that you may have. So, all right, I've already gone ahead and shuffled the cards here, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into this. But if this message at all relates to you, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think of this type of video. I can do other astrological placements if this is interesting to you. But let's go ahead and make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into it. All right, that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the 8 of Wands. This is nice. So for a lot of you, if you're connecting to this video, you may have an uptick in the energy towards your destiny. This is some sort of quick moving event that brings about good news. There could be someone that comes in, or some sort of event or news that comes in that takes you to the next stage in your destiny or your journey here on Earth and in this lifetime. With the 8 of Wands on the bottom, it's swift communication. It is international travel or travel by air, travel by flight, long distance situations. So for some of you, you may be doing things like that right now, and that might be part of your destiny. Now, let's take a look at what we have here. Right away in the middle, you have the 7 of Cups. So you probably right now see that there are a lot of different paths that you can take in your life, a lot of different paths that you can go down and as it relates to your destiny. But this card is really about dropping any sort of feeling of confusion and picking the right cup for you. Nobody can decide your destiny. It was predetermined by that. You decided your destiny when you decided to incarnate here on planet Earth. I know that sounds a little esoteric, but it's the reality. And so when you feel confused, just realize that you're on this path, you're here for a reason. Now, in the past, you have the Fool, the Hanging Man, and the Three of Swords. You may have recently taken some sort of leap of faith towards a new start or a new beginning in your life. You could have recently embarked on a journey. This is very much like journey energy, especially when you get with the Eight of Wands. Now, it's not the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune in the tarot is your destiny. However, the Fool starts off all of the tarot. It's one of the most powerful cards because it says you're about to go through the whole hero's journey. And so for you, you may have started something recently. This was challenging because it required that you break yourself out of the mold. You break yourself out of what was comfortable, and you may have even needed to make a sacrifice as you've taken this leap of faith towards something new. And what could have happened for some of you is there could have been some sort of heartbreak that came in and disrupted you and showed you that something wasn't working out, something wasn't in alignment with your destiny, in alignment with your North Node, where you're going in your lifetime. And sometimes that happens, right? And so there could have been a heartbreaking situation here that maybe snapped you into sort of a new mode of operating or something like that. Now, in the current situation, this is very interesting. You have the Four of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Strength card. So I say this is very interesting because do you see how you have this Four of Swords and the Three of Swords here? Do you see these three swords hanging up on the banner? That actually represents the Three of Swords card. And so this person is healing and recovering from the heartbreak of the Three of Swords. So what I really like to see here for you is that you are not letting this heartbreaking situation, you're not letting these three swords get in your way. You're moving forward. You're moving towards your destiny, and you're really charging ahead here. So I love to see this. You're healing from something. Working through maybe any feelings of confusion or just unsure of yourself. But I think that's going to change because you have the Strength card underneath it as well, which is a card of courage, a card of being bold and taking strong steps forward. You are stepping into your power here. The Strength card is the energy of energy. And so I feel like as you let go of this heartbreak, as you become clear, as you sort of acquire a new level of clarity with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands, you're moving ahead, and I almost feel like things are right on time, like right on schedule with your destiny. Now in the future, you have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Now what could be coming in for you is a new person with the Ace of Cups. Sometimes there are people into our lives and help us with our path. This could be romantic, it could not be romantic, it could be just a new person entering here. Maybe someone just showing you that there's a different way to approach your destiny or approach your life. Even though I said, remember, your destiny is yours, you came into this lifetime with it. But sometimes it's not a bad idea to ask for help or listen to what other people may have to offer. And so there's some sort of new beginning with either a project or a person. You have the Three of Wands in the future. This is the energy of initial success. Okay, this is a nice card because small wins build up to big wins over time. And so this is the first win in the suit of Wands. So some sort of victory coming in here for you. And then you have the Seven of Wands. This is competition. Okay, it does suggest that you've been successful because, people now want what you have because you've done something here that perhaps they're unable to do or complete or whatever. But what I really like to see here is you have the Eight of Wands with it, meaning you're going to roll right past this. You're going to let this roll off your back, and I don't think you're concerned about the competition. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards here and see what else wants to come forward for your destiny. Okay, I think we have the three cards here. So yeah, look, we have peaceful resolution. So I think that is sticking out to me pretty heavily around this card of competition. I actually just kind of said that before I even pulled that, but you're going to work through this competition. It's not going to be an issue at all. Meditation brings awareness. If you're having confusion, if you're not sure which road to take or which path to go on, you can always go within and you can always find the answers that are inside. And then big happy changes. Destiny is arriving whether you like it or not, and it's going to make you feel very happy, especially with the Ace of Cups. So I love to see that. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we're going to pull some more oracle messages. So we have Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Look, if you feel strongly pulled in a certain direction, keep going there. Okay, that's the green light to keep going. You have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Some of you may be involved in health, such as even alternative healing like acupuncture, Reiki, Qigong, Tai Chi. This card, according to the authors associated with Reiki, some of you may be doing something like that as a part of your path. And then you have Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. I think that's always important to do when you're dealing with issues of destiny and issues of your journey here. Don't attract negativity, attract positivity, attract the positive outcomes here. So let's see what else we have for you in this reading. All right, we're going to pull some more tarot cards and see what else wants to come forward. Okay, so you have Four of Wands, Seven of Cups coming back in, and the Fool coming back in. Wow. Two of the same one card in the same row and then another card. So two repeated messages here coming in for you. Four of Wands with the Fool. And then the Fool on top of the Three of Swords. So what could have been happening here, Taurus in North Node and Taurus, is that you thought there was something long-term with somebody, or you thought a situation was long-term. Maybe this was a job that you thought you were going to be at for a long time, or a career that you thought you were going to do for a long time. But that actually has not been the case. And that would make sense for a destiny reading, because oftentimes it is a circuitous path between point A and point B. And it's never a straight line. And so for some of you, there has been a change in your foundation. There's been a change in what you thought you were going to do for a while, whether that was, getting married with somebody or doing something. And with the Hanged Man and the Seven of Cups, if you have not already done this, your challenge is to make a sacrifice, because you've spent a lot of time thinking about where to go. And what you really need to do is just listen to your heart and listen to what you know that you have come here, you've incarnated, and you've come here to do as it relates to your destiny. You have the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so Queen of Wands, strength, both Leo energies, both energies of, that would be a strong Leo. It would be boldness, courage to move forward. The Queen of Wands is somebody who has many interests and talents, and they're attractive because they can do many things in their career, in the relationships, all of that. That's kind of how they attract. And so for you, it's like with the Seven of Cups coming in twice and the Queen of Wands now, it's almost like maybe there's something where you're being pulled to like narrow down. Like, what is it that you wake up and you want to do every single day? That is your destiny, most likely. And so, I feel like that's kind of the message, just taking a bold leap towards the things that you love, right? And then you have the Ten of Cups with the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of options here in the future. The Seven of Cups, I've been talking about confusion and being spread too thin, but the Seven of Cups can also mean having a lot of choices and options. And with the Ten of Cups, that's like a windfall of happiness, a windfall of cups, a windfall of good things going on. And so there's something that's going to make you happy. In fact, there's probably a lot of things that are going to make you happy here as it relates to your destiny. It's just a matter of sticking with it. King of Cups, someone might be coming in to help you see something in a new way. You have the Two of Wands, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. So I love to see this for you, Taurus, in North Node, because you have this Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish. This is some sort of long held dream or wish coming true. And the thing is, with the Seven of Wands under it, you might have to fight for this. You might have to fight for what it is that you want to make, you want to move forward with. But if you do, and if you stand strong in your conviction with that Seven of Wands, you're getting some sort of wish that's coming through. You have the Devil and the Three of Wands. You've achieved initial success, but there's still more work ahead. So don't fall into traps of laziness or anything like that. Don't fall into complacency, I would say, as well, because you also have some other indicators, like with the Seven of Cups. And then the Two of Wands, yeah, I mean, that's another card indicating that, you've perhaps, there's some more work ahead, basically, on your journey here. However, the Two of Wands also suggests planning, researching, and discovery. So with that, I feel like there's going to be a new opportunity that comes in, and I feel like what you'll end up doing is like listening to yourself and listening to your heart and asking yourself, is this really what I'm here to do? But I do feel like there's a little bit more work ahead, but it's like, as long as you do the work, you're getting this Nine of Cups. So you have this distant horizons, thoughts, message, child, house, and privileged lady. Pathway, that's your destiny, that's your true north in this lifetime. So here it is. For some of you, it's raising a family. And maybe you've had like partners in the past, you've gone through people that just haven't been right for you. But like, what for you, part of your destiny is like being a parent, having a family. That's definitely not off the table here, because there could be people coming in with that Ace of Cups. Some of you, it's like getting a house, doing that whole thing, and maybe working from home. I feel like, house is just one part of your destiny. You didn't incarnate to buy a house, but it's just one part of your destiny. So for you, it might be like working from home or something like that. But there are good things ahead in the future with distant horizons. Keep your thoughts positive. There's news coming in from somebody, especially with the Ace of Cups underneath. And the other thing I'll say about this distant horizons is this is a futuristic machine. And so it's talking about innovation. Some of you are innovating, doing something from home, having a home-based business, something like that. So this looks amazing. Let me know what you think about this type of video. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.